Yep.
Yep.
You've got to start talking about stuff that just ain't right to say.
Yeah.
And when you start saying it, you'll end up like Jesus.
Yep.
Amen.
Hanging from a cross.
That's right.
It's true.
But it's only, it's only for 3 days.
Yeah.
And when people see the depth of your willingness to say things that can't be said or shouldn't be said, people begin to hear.
That's right.
You know, that we are really good at blasting political correctness.
Right.
I mean, I could let each one of you go, and each of you could give me a 10 or 15-minute talk ranting on political correctness.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? They just got it from the church system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the church, from the church system.
Right.
Because there's the church that Jesus is building, and then there's the system.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Amen.
The world sees the system and learns from it.
Yeah.
So political correctness is an offshoot of religious correctness. So we're afraid to say things that need to be said. We're afraid to do things that need to be done. And yet the world is starving to death, not for the reheated leftover turkey
Right.
from 3 days ago,
Right.
Right.
but they're hungry for that which is fresh from the throne.
That's right.
What is real, what is true, what is delicious,
Yeah.
what makes your spiritual mouth water,
Yeah.
what fulfills the craving of the inner man, what fulfills the craving of the soul.
Yes.
Truth.
Who's truth?
Truth that fulfills the inner soul. And my challenge in this whole weekend is going to be, who is tired being religiously correct? And who is going to be willing to say things that need to be said? People who change the world are not going to be people who go out with the same old stuff,
That's right.
who do the same old things, have the same old sermons. Now, I'm not talking about foundations.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the regular path of truth that everyone needs to go through
Right.
in order to establish a firm foundation. I'm talking about the kinds of things that we... can I use an example? And nobody throw nothing at me, because I could use a million things for an example. But the arts is a good thing to pick on,
Yeah.
because there's not too many people in the arts who can beat me up. Of course,
That's a really good reason.
That is a good reason.
of course, anybody could beat me up now. But sometimes you just work a truth to death
Yeah.
until there's nothing left there, but you keep saying it anyway. There's nothing more to it, and it can be the same in anything. I think the thing that Solomon says there's nothing new under the sun.
Yes.
He was an old, tired, frustrated preacher. And and to God, there isn't anything new under the sun. But for me, I wake up every day to a world of wonder.
Yeah.
Everything is new to me. I hear new things every day. Oh, I just heard something new from the Lord. There's nothing new under the sun. Well, good. You already know this then. I won't tell you. But do you know what I mean? We are on a sojourn. We are on a journey.
That's right.
And so our life is a lifestyle of discovery, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our lifestyle is a lifestyle of learning new things and discovering new things. Mark Hamby once said, as soon as you hang a shingle out of who you are, it turns out to be your tombstone. Because you rarely venture beyond your shingle.
Yes.
It's where Revelation sort of comes to an end. To the cynic, there's nothing new. To the religious, there's nothing new, But to me, there's stuff new all the time. and that is the excitement of following the Lord.
Yes, yes.
To religious correctness. Remember, what is the purpose of religious correctness? It is to maintain the status quo.
Right.
Don't rock the boat.
Right.
Keep everything steady and secure. You know, I got my 100 people. I got a set of tithes. Things are going. I don't need nothing else.
Oh, God.
Don't give me anything. And so what happens, the system survives, but the reality of the manifest presence of God in our lives wanes.
Right.
And so we lose it. But for open hearts, every day is an adventure waiting to happen, isn't it?
Yes.
Every day is an adventure
Yes.
waiting to happen. And I'm not talking about just another opportunity to preach or prophesy. Anybody can do that. Years ago, I was at a meeting, and all these people wanted me to lay hands on them and pray for them. And the Lord really messed me up. The Lord never mess you up.
Yes.
Mess you up. He says to me, if you're not willing to lay your heart on these people, don't lay your hands on them.
That's good.
Yes, yeah.
That's so good.
Yes.
And at that moment, instead of seeing 150 people who I could spend 30 seconds to 45 seconds on and be out in 2.5 hours, there was 150 individuals coming to me because they were really hoping that God would say something to them and God would touch them. So time doesn't mean anything.
That's right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
So we are in a time frame when there is a hunger that's not being fulfilled. There is need that's not being met. And there is the cry of the Holy Spirit that continues to say, come up hither.
Yes.
Come up. Come up. Come up hither. But whenever everything is good the way it is, people don't need to go up.
That's right.
Don't want the boat rocked. I just published a book. I really felt the Holy Spirit telling me to write this book. You all got a copy of it. You Can Pray in Tongues.
Mm-hmm.
I usually labor 2-3 years over a book before it's published. That was written in 45 days.
Wow.
That was just day after day, just the presence of the Lord and writing and writing and writing. And I felt the urgency of the Lord. So I got the book published. You know, we sent out the advertising, sent out the promotion, and that's like, I mean, we sold books, but not like I anticipated.
Right.
And I had forgotten how people speaking in tongues can rock the boat.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Why do I wrote a letter to hundreds of pastors and said, we'll give you a discount, buy one for every member of your congregation. Why do I want my congregation speaking in tongues?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess that depends on what you want.
Ken, that's the second time.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
No, hey, I'm totally joking. You can say whatever you want.
You're gonna make everybody afraid to say something.
Never gonna happen.
He actually likes it.
Yeah.
So, there is, in my heart, how many of you saw the movie a million years ago called Tora, Tora, Tora?
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of the movie, it was the movie of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. At the end of the movie, the admiral, the Japanese admiral who oversaw the attack, he had the last lines of the movie. And he said, I am afraid all we have done is awakened a sleeping giant.
Yes.
And we are about to experience his wrath.
That's right.